Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into ShopNBC. I'm your host, Katina Forte. We have a lot of fun in store for you in the next few hours. First of all, 2 hours. I had to take a deep breath before I said that. 2 hours of Mr. Larry Magen and Stuhrling Original. So excited about that. And of course, it will feature our top value. But let me show you some other beauties that are going to be in this hour. Look at this. You are looking at item number V91221. And this is the Stuhrling Original Delphi skeleton automatic strap watch, $89.25, and it's also a customer choice, or Delphi. I think Larry says Delphi. V91150 is the men's and women's Delphi automatic watch gift set. So you're getting two sets. You're getting a ladies and a gentleman, two watches together. 6 value payments of $18.24. That also is a customer choice. And one more to show you that is absolutely fantastic. Look at this one. This is the Audrey Freedom Interchangeable Watch Gift Set, $119.25. That is, of course, your surprise price that we have for you in this hour. And that's available for you for 5 value payments of $23.85. We're going to start things off with today's Our Top Value. Excited about this one, and so are you. V91355 is your item number for the Stuhrling Original Men's Alpine Automatic Challenge Mesh Bracelet Watch. $89.98 is your Our Top Value price tag. 3 value payments of $29.99. Now, we do have it available for you in several colors, and it is available for you in the orange, the blue, in the green, and also in that black. Now, you see that orange that you're seeing right there? That is your personal favorite. We have fewer than 100 already available for you in the orange. Wow. And then look at the beautiful blue and yellow and red and black. Actually, green and black. And joining me is President of North American Operations for Stuhrling Original and our friend, Larry Magen. Good to see you. Wow, another beauty.
Yes, we're very, very happy with this. This is one of our all-time selling timepieces, of course, has been the Alpine.
Yep.
We've been working for
very
months
high
now.
Customer reviews on the Alpine.
Absolutely, for many years. And we've been working many months here for the our top value now with the new Alpine Challenge. And we got off to a nice start last night.
Yes,
and as you pointed out, the orange is almost gone. But if you haven't seen it before, I want you to take special attention or take a special look here at this particular piece, because one thing that we're kind of overlooking, or we did last night anyway, this is a skeleton mechanical automatic timepiece.
Absolutely.
You kind of get lost in all the design elements and everything, but we'll get into all the particulars in just a moment here.
20 jewels, too.
20 jewels, mechanical automatic timepiece. And you know, Katina, I know you're going to go through the color executions here, but Stuhrling Original, we're all about respect. Respect for the art and tradition of the Swiss watchmaking legend. It goes to all the aspects as to the make of the timepiece, the case, the dial, the movement, of course, the bracelets, every aspect to it. And we have become known, really, for our skeleton mechanical automatic timepieces.
Absolutely.
We have probably 60 or 70 different models of skeletons. And of all the skeletons that we have, the Alpine really is the #1 selling skeleton mechanical from our Lifestyles collection.
Love that propeller design.
Well, very observant, because that might be the characteristic that makes this one so different and so unique and so popular, has been the propeller style faceplate.
Absolutely. You know what, let's go through all of the colors so you can see them all up close and personal, and then Larry and I will take you on a full tour of each one of the watches. We're going to start over here with the blue. And if you notice, this is also something that's a little bit different with the Alpine Challenge, is the 2 colors that you have blended in.
That's exactly correct. This is the first time
the blue, by the way.
in all the years we've been doing the Alpine. It's the first time that we've done a 2-tone on the propeller style faceplate with the Arabic numerals.
Green. This is the most limited of all, and that is, of course, the orange. Fewer than 90 remaining in the orange, and that's it. And then this is the black, and this is the one I'm wearing, the black, because it has that beautiful, beautiful red. And this actually is the next one to go after the orange, is the black. So those
Yeah,
are the
well,
two
the
most
black
limited.
is probably going to be the most versatile because the other three colors are a little bit loud, and that's what I love
Loud
about.
in a good way.
Well, exactly. I mean,
Yes.
that's what we love about the Alpine Challenge is that it has the new sporty, racy colors. And by the way, there's something new about that. This is the first time we've ever used the Duracoat finishing process.
That's right.
And it's called Duracoat. It's the finishing process that we used on the bezel, and we chose to use
There it
the
is.
frosted Duracoat.
Look at that.
This is actually a portend of things to come for Stuhrling Original, as we have a few new models in the pipeline you'll be seeing in March and April that we use the Duracoat process as well. But the new Alpine Challenge on the R
Look
Top
at
value
that.
is a first for Sterling Original with
There's
the Duracoat
right
process.
there. You can see. Can I tell you, this blue is phenomenal. I love the bright colors.
Oh,
I think they're gorgeous. Look at the two-tone. The blue, of course, is highlighted with the yellow that you see on the outside.
And you'll notice the balance wheel. It's oscillating over there at the 9 o'clock position, and it was going rather slowly. Katina is actually winding the watch there. And that's one of the beautiful things about owning a skeleton mechanical automatic timepiece is that you can see all the inner workings. And even when it's oscillating slowly, this is another new feature, Katina. As you'll notice, we have a new rotor design, and we actually layered the rotor with the same matching color as the execution of the model. Here you have the blue rotor. You see the Stuhrling Original, the new rotor design there.
Still decorative, too.
You'll also notice the matching O-ring on the crown if we pan down just a little bit.
Is that like a guilloche finish that you
Thanks,
see on
guys.
there, too?
On the rotor, it has what we call a Côte de Genève finish with the vertical striping pattern, the horizontal pattern there.
Yep.
And then, by the way, one of the obvious things here is that this is also the first time, I say obvious to those Stuhrling Nation people out there that know the Alpine. We've sold many thousands, but this is the first time we've ever put the Alpine on anything other than a leather strap. And we've done it with this beautiful mesh bracelet.
Let's show you that, because that's what I find really intriguing about this, is that it's done in that stainless steel, but it's not a link bracelet. It's the mesh, but you still have the grommets, so you can still adjust it. I like that, being someone with a smaller wrist, that it kind of wears like a leather strap, but you have all that beauty and functionality of that stainless steel.
Very well said, Katina. You know, most mesh bracelets out there in the watch industry are going to have some type of a crimping device. This one has the tang buckle with the grommets, as you pointed out, so there's no sizing necessary.
Right.
In other words, you don't have to take out any links or anything like that. You know, you just wear it like a regular strap, and it has the steel keepers as well.
Oh, it's fantastic. By the way, it's a 45mm case size. So if you're looking at the case, I mean, I think that's a pretty perfect size. Not too big, not too small, you know?
Correct. And, you know, another thing that really, in my opinion, for me personally, getting all our samples and our prototypes and the renderings, I was a little concerned about, but I couldn't be happier, was with the integration of the bracelet to the case. It's absolutely seamless. If you take a look at how the bracelet connects to the case, you have to realize that the lugs on the Alpine have a severe slope to it. And that's one of the things that people love about the Alpine, the way it wraps your wrist.
Yes.
How are we going to integrate a bracelet to those sloping lugs? It has matched perfectly to the slope, and the design element of that solid end link adds so much, and it complements the design so well.
Absolutely. Now, I just want to mention to you, Brandon was wearing the orange. The orange continues to be the most limited. There is a strong possibility that the orange may not last this 2-hour block that Larry and I have together. By the way, we would love to hear from you. Our testimonial lines are open. Just call our order line, 1-800-474-6762. Let our customer service representatives know that you would love to talk to Larry and I. Maybe you have one of the original Alpines, and you're picking up now, you know, the Alpine Challenge, brand new. Now, as you see up on the screen, we have some additional straps. If you love the leather strap, we do have a leather strap that's available for you. It does have the quick change pins, $11, but keep in mind, the orange is sold out already in the leather strap. And actually, Larry's showing you, we have one of them that we switched out to the leather strap in the green. And look at the leather strap has the piping. See that? You have the top
I love
stitching.
the green. You know, green is
That's it with the leather strap.
Yeah, green is so hot in the watch industry right now. A lot of companies are going to greens. We started doing it probably about 6 months ago, and we're doing more and more with greens. But here's, as you pointed out, the leather strap on this is just fantastic. Nice upgrade. And it even has the sandwich style that you can see where you have the green edge as well.
Absolutely. And it's a 23 millimeter as far as the strap goes. So if that fits onto some of your other watches, you can use it for other watches too. But it looks perfectly on that.
Truthfully, there aren't too many other watches out there that are a 23.
Yeah.
This has been custom made for the Alpine. Now,
And it's only $11.
It's incredible. That's a giveaway. You know, if you own any other Alpines, it would fit that.
Yes.
But it's a 23. It's custom made to go with this timepiece.
And plus the colors coordinate too. So
and
look
this
at
is some
that.
beautiful photography that we have here. Now, this is on the orange.
Wow, look at the orange and the blue.
It's blazing. It's just blazing. We don't have this photography on any of the other color executions, I'm sorry to say. But perhaps these photographs might be the reason why the orange has been the first one to go.
Probably.
Really.
And by the way, of course, it does have the Kristerna crystal, which is what Stuhrling is known for.
Yes, it does, Katina. Thank you for bringing that up. We're so proud of Kristerna. It's the most shatter-resistant crystal in the entire watch industry. It has more strength over a spread surface area than sapphire. And this particular one is a very high domed crystal.
Right.
This, the timepiece here is actually 18 millimeters from the front all the way to the back.
Larry, would you like to go off to the phone lines?
Absolutely.
Let's go to Maine. We're going to welcome in Dee Dee, who's calling us from Maine. Good morning, Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you pick up our top value this morning?
I did. I actually picked up 2 of them.
Okay.
You did? Which colors?
The blue and the green, and I have your original as well.
Oh, good.
The
good.
original Alpine?
I do, and I have a 4.5-inch wrist.
Wow.
So, and I love it. I wear it all the time.
Oh, good.
That's fabulous. That's good to know because this is a pretty good-sized timepiece here in a 45 millimeter case. But I think the sloping lugs is probably what helps you there with the way it wraps the wrist.
And Dee Dee, I have about a 5.5, maybe 5.5, so just a little bit larger than yours. So just to give you a size relation to how it's going to look.
Right. Well, my original one that I wear, I get compliments on it all the time because it's good size, and I have a small wrist, but
Good.
I like a big timepiece anyways.
Yes.
And it feels good on the wrist, and it wraps around well, and it's just unique, and it's, I don't know, it's very cool looking.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
Not something you just see like everywhere.
No, it is very unique.
True.
We came out with it about 4.5 years ago, something like that, or 4 years ago, and it was completely different than anything else in our entire gallery. To this day, it actually, still is, pretty much out of the box, and it just took off like wildfire. And this is the first time we've done so many firsts with this Alpine Challenge. I'm really glad that you were able to pick up on it.
Oh, I just love it. I have a couple of your timepieces, but this one I like a lot. So.
Great. And you know what, Dee Dee? The good thing is you got 2 of them, and you get to utilize value shipping. So you're only paying shipping for 1.
Exactly.
Love that.
Well, I own quite a few of your timepieces, so.
Good, good.
The Stuhrlings themselves.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your support, Dee Dee. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for making them and making them unique so that we can at least have something different, because I'm kind of a different person.
Good. You know,
Thank you so
I
much.
agree with you, Dee Dee. It's nice to have something that's a little bit different that no one else has. So I agree. And we thank Larry for bringing that in. Have a wonderful day, Dee Dee, and enjoy your Alpines.
Thank you, and it was nice to talk with you, Larry.
Okay, have a nice day. Much love to you, Dee Dee.
Nice to talk to you too, Dee Dee. Bye-bye. That's wonderful. So ladies, gentlemen, okay, I will tell you right now, this black with the red, Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Show
absolutely.
the man in your life a little love.
Definitely so.
Actually, any color would be good.
Yeah, and like you say, the black is probably the most versatile. It does have the red accents.
Love that. All right, stay on the phone lines. I know we are very busy on the phone lines. Larry and I will have a presentation of this again coming up at the end of the hour, but we have 2 hours together, and I have to tell you, as wonderful as today's Hour Top Value is, we have some incredible pieces in these hours. So
we're loaded.
there's going to be something for everyone. Value shipping is definitely going to be coming into play this hour because there's going to be more than one that we're pretty confident that you're going to love. Stay on the phone lines for this one. 3 value payments of $29.99. Now, coming up in about 10 minutes, we have this one. This is the original women's Clipper Sport Quartz rubber strap watch, $58.47. That's a try me price. And that means that we love this so much that, we think you're going to love it as well. So we want you to try it. 2 value payments on that one of $29 and change. And look at the dial finish on this baby.
Well, this is brand new. Yeah.
Oh, I fell in love, Larry. Head
Yeah.
over heels. This is that wonderful Lady Marina quartz leather strap watch. $130 is your price tag on that one. And it's on 3 value payments of $43.33. There were actually a few I had my eye on. Also brand new this hour is this one, B91417. And it is your Torino Sports Rubber Strap Watch, $125 and 3 value payments of $41.67. Thank you so much for all of you who are still on the phone lines for today's Hour Top Value. Stay there, grab your color, particularly the orange, which is definitely the most limited. I'm here with Larry Magen, President of North American Operations for Stuhrling Original, and we have lots to get to in this wonderful hour. Look at this beauty. This is your Stuhrling Original Men's Delphi Collection Automatic, $89.25. 3 value payments of $29.75, and it's available for you, I believe, only in the gold tone is what we have remaining for you, and it is a customer choice.
Well, this is our number one selling all-time skeleton mechanical automatic timepiece here, our Delphi, and this particular execution, very, very striking. You have the 23-karat yellow gold layered case with the black dial.
Look at that.
And as I said earlier, we're known for our skeleton mechanical automatic timepieces, and this is our number one seller of all time. This is a 39-millimeter case size, so
Perfect.
it's a very elegant dress size for a man, and a very, makes a nice presence on a lady's wrist as well if a lady wants to be taken seriously. But this is all about sharing your love and appreciation for watchmaking. It's a conversation piece.
That's the thing about Stuhrling Originals that so many of you comment on is the fact that, what you see there, it really does show Larry's true appreciation for, the history of watchmaking. Just want to let you know, it's taken us 3 months since we were able to present this again. So it's been a long time since you've seen it. Gold tone available for you, $29.75 on a value payment to be able to get it home. And this is the only presentation all day today that you're going to see of this. Let me actually put this on so you can see it, and then we'll take a little tour. You can see, of course, you could have the cut out the skeletonized movement. Look at that beautiful decorative dial that you see around the outside. And I love how it's offset a little bit.
Yes, it's an offset center cutout, so you see the Arabic numerals are actually graduated as they're fanned around the dial. They're all individually applied to the dial. Those are separate pieces. And you see what's remaining of the dial has a beautiful guilloche, a herringbone pattern, which is another nice characteristic. But also, one of the more sophisticated characteristics here is the Greco-Roman inspired case with the triple step design bezel. That really
We're thinking
is
alike today.
that's really the signature characteristic of the Delphi.
Look at that. You can see it right here. You can see the side.
Yeah, so elegant, so dressy. Who's going to put it on, me or you?
I'm going to put it on really quickly, and then we'll let you do it too if you want to. Look at that. Just love to show you the back.
This is the exhibition case back. You see that the rotor, that's that half moon piece. That's even been skeletonized, as you see the cutouts in the rotor. You see that it's even been engraved with some scroll work. You can see the balance wheel, that little moving part at the top of the screen there. That's actually beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour, which comes down to 6 beats per second. And that's the beauty of owning a skeleton mechanical.
This is
to be able to see all the inner workings. There's no battery in this watch. It's watchmaking the old-fashioned way, the way that they used to do it years ago, hundreds of years ago. Where you just wind up your watch, and with the automatic rotor, once you put it on, you do your daily tasks, it just keeps it wound.
Larry, a couple things really quickly, and then I'm going to share with you the customer choice. Look at even on the leather, you have that embossing on the leather. I have to tell you, this watch looks so expensive.
Yes.
And then when you look at the $89.25, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it defies logic, and it's a good point. This is from our classic collection, our Bardolatry series. And, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, sir, I was just waiting for them to catch up with us.
There we go.
And while you're going to look at it on Larry, I'm going to go ahead and share one of the customer choices with you because, of course, so many of you have said this is my favorite as well. 5 out of 5 stars, elegant as usual. You cannot go wrong with Stuhrling. This is a very dressy watch that my husband wears when he is dressed up. It looks so classy and he loves it. We both own many Stuhrling watches. In our opinion, it is the best brand ShopNBC offers. We are looking for more. And this is from Paint Lady from Indianapolis, Indiana. Big weekend in Indianapolis.
Yeah, there's many feedbacks and reviews on the ShopNBC website. Like I said, we have sold many thousands of our Delphi.
Yeah. It's just perfect. It's dressy, you know, it's classic, it's sophisticated. This is watchmaking in its purest, you know, when you look at this. And it's so fascinating. I know every time, just for me personally, when I wear one of my Stuhrling watches and I have that skeletonized movement,
Yes.
so many people stop me because you know what's funny? We get so used to it here at ShopNBC, but you don't see as many of them out there in retail.
Well, that's a good point. You really don't.
And so people are like
ShopNBC
fascinated
is,
by
you know,
it.
the best kept secret, you know,
It's not so much of a secret that much anymore.
I understand, but in the watch industry,
I
it's
know.
Like no other place in the world, really.
I agree with you 100%. Okay, it took us 3 months to get it back. Customer choice. Do not let that pass you up again. Now, let me share with you something else that's going to be coming up later on here at ShopNBC. Other people get to spend time with Larry today, not just me. This is your men's Metropolis Automatic. It's a great offer. 4 value payments and introductory price. Plus, we're introducing 2 brand new colors, the rose gold black and the rose gold brown. It features extremely large, curved, rectangular case for a perfect fit. And it features a wonderful ST90089 mechanical automatic skeletonized movement with the open heart rectangular window, and it's coming up tonight.
Yeah, but that's not the Metropolis.
Oh, it's not?
Well, it doesn't have those things you were saying, so there's something that's going on there.
Anyway, just stay tuned for Stuhrling at 9 p.m. We'll get that fixed for you. Okay, and coming up next hour, thanks, Larry. Coming up next hour is another hour of Stuhrling Originals, and then I have a full hour of Electronic Connection featuring Toshiba, Apex, and a wonderful Canon printer, wireless printer, and then Tiffany-style lighting is available for you. So you'll get to see the Metropolis later.
Oh, it's a fantastic piece.
All right. Oh, speaking of fantastic piece, okay, this is a perfect Valentine's Day, his and her gift.
It really is, and you know, this is a very special opportunity here, and I'm so excited that we're able to have some units here for this particular Valentine's appearance. This is our last appearance before Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
And if in case anybody hasn't seen it before, you talk about defying logic. Take a look at what you're getting here, Katina.
Absolutely. What you're getting are actually 2 timepieces for literally the price of one.
That's
it's V91150. This is your men's and women Delphi gift set. So here it is. Here is the men's version. Here is the ladies' version. It's not a choice of. You're getting both of them. It's an introductory price of $109.45. Guess what? This is the only item this hour that is on 6 value payments of $18.24. It also is a customer choice. And so many of these have been spoken for here at ShopNBC.
I think we're somewhere around the 9,000 mark at this point. But remember, 9,000 really means 18,000 watches because when you, as you pointed out, I just want to make sure, because everybody might be doing a double take. Wait a minute, did Katina just say what I thought she said? That's correct. For, you know, basically about $100, a little more, you're getting
it's like $55 a piece.
You're getting 2 skeleton mechanical automatics, our #1 selling all-time timepiece, our Delphi. We made, this is actually, we call our Delphi Oracle gift set. We made this as a special promotion for ShopNBC for the season, and this is what's remaining of the set, and this is the #1 selling execution, the silver tone case with the blue hands.
Beautiful.
And, you know, you look at it and say something, as you pointed out, doesn't make sense, but it was a promotional thing. We worked on it for almost a year to do what we were able to do, and so take advantage of it. But 2 skeleton mechanical automatic timepieces, no batteries in this timepiece.
Look at that.
It's like a his and her set, a father and son set. The larger case is 44 millimeters, you know, similar to the Delphi we showed before, but that was 39. I'm going to show what it looks like on a man's wrist. And the 35 is actually a very nice presence on a lady's wrist.
Yes, because actually I have this watch and I, you know, with the pretense
Yes.
for both of us, but I wear my husband's all the
Right,
time.
a lot of ladies like to
Like Dee
wear
Dee
the
was saying
44.
earlier, you know, she has a small wrist, but she also likes to wear the bigger one.
That is the balance wheel that's oscillating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. That's a great shot, guys. Thank you so much for showing
beautiful.
that.
Beautiful.
And that's really, you know, that's what regulates the movement of the watch.
And by the way, they both come individually boxed. So if you want to keep one and give one away, if you want to keep both of them, by all means you can. But they do each have their own Stuhrling watch. Perfect, perfect. You know, if you have a couple, you know, that's getting married and you want to give them a great gift, I can tell you this is a fantastic gift for them. Valentine's Day, you get one, she gets one, or you get one and he gets one, whatever it is. I mean, it's fantastic.
You know, if you take advantage of the payment options that you have here, literally, if you for $100, you can bring home 12 watches right now. And by the way, you made me think of a good point, Katina. These are all individually boxed.
Individually boxed.
So they're in 2 separate gift boxes.
Absolutely. Let's go up to the phone lines again. We're going to go out to California. We're going to welcome in Pat, who's calling. Hi, Pat.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing well, thank you. Good morning.
Hello, Pat.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Did we have something for you today, Pat?
Well, you know what? I've already bought it. I think I'm going broke with Stuhrling, but I'm a happy broke, you know.
Good, good. What'd you get?
Well, you know, last night I bought the sport watch, the red and black one.
Oh, good. Our top value.
And this one you're showing now, the Delphi, in December, I bought 3 sets of those and gave one to my pastor and one to my brother and sister, or brother-in-law and sister, and I gave one to one of my deacons and his wife the other day.
Perfect.
And I bought the gold one this morning, the skeleton one for myself.
Good, 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 good. The one that we just showed you.
And I bought 2 other ones just last week, one for a friend and one for me. Stuhrling, to me, this is my feelings personal, and I'm sure a lot of people agree, but the greatest thing that we have is a love story, the Bible, and the second greatest thing we have that I consider greatest is this watch. This is the finest watch, to me, made on this earth, and I love it. I think it's great.
Wow. Oh, Pat, wow. Wow.
And so that's how much more highly can you get next to God, I guess, huh?
Oh,
That's true. There you go.
And I just wanted you to know that, Larry. I think it's a wonderful watch. And over a movie, I can sit and watch you guys in these different style watches you come up with. It's just kind of hard not to buy them, but I got to make sure I don't get in debt on them. You know what I mean?
Certainly I agree with that wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for those words, Pat. That's pretty powerful stuff right there.
Well, that's the way I feel, and I just wanted to be sure that laid on my heart last night, and I thought I got to get up at 5 o'clock and let him know this and get through. But I think you guys are great, and you do a wonderful job of presentation too. And I love you, and I thank you, and I won't bother you anymore. I'll let you get on.
No bother at all.
No bother at all. It's our pleasure that you took time to call in.
Much love, Pat. Thank you.
Just to let you know, too, you know, as you're buying a couple watches, you are going to save on shipping at least because we have the value shipping. So that's good to know. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much. Okay, customer choice for this one as well, as we shared with you a little bit earlier. You're getting 2 timepieces, and I love to point that out because I know so many of you are watching right now and you're thinking, okay, look at how gorgeous these watches are. Look at the guilloche that you see right there on the dial itself. Here is another one that we're going to share with you. Very nice. The level of quality is very impressive. I'm totally pleased with this watch. This is a fantastic value, and I will definitely buy more Stuhrling watches from ShopNBC in the future. And this is from Ivory C, one of our customers from San Antonio, Texas. And that's what's so nice is that so many of you, you know, it's one thing to like something, but I have to really like something to be compelled to go write about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what's so lovely about it. And then you can see it on Brandon's wrist. Brandon's wearing the gentleman's version, which is what Larry was wearing. But again, I wear that size all the time too. So, you know, it's both.
Well, you know, we found out when we did this this promotion in December that a lot of ladies had written to us, emailed, and gave feedback that they bought the set and they ended up keeping both of them. It gave them options for different moods, you know, different dress options.
Sometimes. We're kind of like that, Larry.
Well, it's true. You know, first of all, we do sell a lot of our timepieces to ladies. A lot of ladies like to wear the men's pieces.
And by the way, we have some coming up in this hour, ladies, that you will not want to miss. There is that heart exhibition.
Oh, yes, the Venus, yeah.
That's a beauty.
Well, talk about Valentine's Day, but that's got almost a carat of diamonds.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what lit up my eye. Because I have the other one.
Speaking of diamonds, now this is actually Swarovski crystals, but it's our Audrey.
Gives you that look. B91265, this is our surprise price. This is about 10 minutes away. That's coming up. 5 value payments of $23.85. And ladies, I just want to tell you, purple, purple, purple. Really hard to find purple. And if you love it, grab it. Don't even have to wait for us. You're actually getting several straps with that too. It's a watch set.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you can go online to ShopNBC.com. I know we have been busy on the phone lines. Many of you, like Pat, set your alarms and wanted to wake up with Larry this morning because you love your Stuhrling watches. We have not 1, but 2 hours together, but you can shop ahead. I know if you're getting ready to start your day and you're like, I can't stay and watch the whole thing, you can go online to ShopNBC.com and see everything we have. So
Absolutely.
I do that all the time. Like to jump ahead. But we have some special pieces coming up for you in this hour. This is another beauty. This is the 91306 Stuhrling Original Women's Clipper Sport Quartz rubber strap watch. It's a try me price. Listen to this. $58.47, 2 value payments of $29.23. Try me price is when we have an item or a brand like Stuhrling Original. We've heard so many of you talking, whether from the customer reviews or those of you who've called in to say how much you love Stuhrling. If you're someone who hasn't had an opportunity to try Stuhrling, this is a terrific opportunity to do that. Hence, we have the Try Me price. Here are your colors. You saw the white a moment ago. There was the brown. Here is that fabulous pink. And then here is that green. It's almost like an olivey green color. Beautiful color. These all have the matching bezel along with the strap, and it's a rubber strap, so you can live in this.
Yeah, silicone rubber. It's a custom molded strap. Every time we do this, nothing is off the rack. We create new molds for every custom strap we do. You see our name there, Stuhrling Original, on the strap. That tells you that this is not something off the rack. Nothing we do. We do all of our own engineering. But this is our Lady Clipper Sport, and it's from our Lady Sports collection. And it's just a very functional, everyday timepiece for the ladies. You can wear this, whether you're, going out to dinner, or you can wear this, taking the kids to school or washing the dishes, or, whatever, go to the country club, whatever it happens to be. It's a very versatile design. It's like a diver's look here.
Yeah.
And it does have the unidirectional ratcheting bezel. You can see the texturization on the dial as well. There you have your screw-down crown. But
it's almost like in 2 sections there too. It almost looks like a cutout section in the center.
Yeah, it's a 2-piece dial actually. If you get in, you'd have to look at it with a loop, but you'd actually see that dial is done in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
But one of the important things I want to point out on this timepiece here is that, again, the price defies logic. This is not just a fashion watch, because this has a Swiss quartz movement with 3 hands and a date. A lot of ladies' fashion watches that you see at these kinds of price points are going to just give you a 2-hand movement or 3-hand. This is 3 hands and a date, and it's a Swiss movement. And so you have reliability with this timepiece, ladies.
Can I just add on to something that Larry said? He was talking about the strap, how it is customized, and you can see it on the side. It has Stuhrling Original. But my favorite thing about the strap, it is soft.
It's really soft.
It's not like your traditional rubber strap that you think of. It's a little bit harder. This is the softest strap. It's going to feel so good against your skin. We're going to go off to the phone lines again. We're going to welcome in Dennis, who's calling us from Rhode Island. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dennis.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
We're doing well. Now, Dennis, do you own a Stuhrling, or are you picking one up for the first time?
I just ordered the 2-watch set, the skeletal.
Oh, good.
Because I had ordered some around Christmas time, and I gave them to people that work with me.
Sure.
And I'm debating on that gold skeletal too, because I'll probably end up ordering that before the show's over. But when I ordered the first set, I just wanted to mention that I had a problem with one of the watches, and I had called customer service in Brooklyn, and they said send it back, and they sent me another brand new watch. No questions asked, no problems. The customer service was great. And I think the styles of the watch for the price that you're getting and the quality, you just can't beat it.
Well, that's great to hear, Dennis. Well, I appreciate you calling in to tell us that. That is always nice to hear, It's not an easy job in customer service, believe me.
Yeah, I think I had seen a watch that you had. Am I losing you?
No, we're right with you, Dennis.
We are riveted to you.
Okay.
We're hanging on every word.
I thought I had seen one that you made. It was a men's watch with a mother of pearl face and a large, kind of a large, a really classy, like retro look. I was wondering if you were going to have anything like that on the show.
Maybe it was our Heritage, perhaps, or Heritage Grand, perhaps. Does that
Had
ring
a really large crown. Had a nice crown. The style of it.
You know what you can
Could
do,
be.
Dennis? If you go online to shopnbc.com and look up Stuhrling watches, all of the watches in our assortment from Stuhrling, you can buy it there. If it's in inventory, we'll have it online. So we have a lot of things online that we don't necessarily have in the shows, depending on quantities too.
Okay.
So-
Okay, well, I just want to mention that I really like your watches. I'm sure I'll be buying more, and the customer service was great.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining the
so
show
much,
this morning, Dennis.
You have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day today in Rhode Island.
So,
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
And that's really key, because when you do buy, we work hard for our money. And when you buy something and you love it, if there is a problem, it's nice to know that it's not a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's
Absolutely.
really, really good business. It's my favorite thing.
Absolutely. It's
After the sale.
Exactly. Just as important as the manufacturing is the customer service after the sale, 100%.
Absolutely. Well, we have more coming up for you in the hour of Stuhrling Originals, but you know what I'm doing here? I'm showing you a fabulous 10.1-inch mini notebook from Toshiba. This is going to be coming up in our electronics hour. It's my host pick, coming up in about 2 hours. So it has lots of power, has a 9-hour battery. So lots good that you can do with it. It also has a built-in webcam, has your true bright screen, so all of the wonderful things that you love about Toshiba, you have in this computer, only it's smaller and more portable. You could take it with you. So lots of fun. That's going to be coming up in a couple hours in our electronic connection. We also have a Canon printer copier scanner, fax machine, and also an Apex television. Here it is, brand new. I'm waiting for this one. This is V91418, and this is your Stuhrling Original Lady Marina. Quartz leather strap watch, $130. Larry's laughing at me. $130, 3 value payments of $43.33. Let's go through the colors first. Loving this purple. Look at that. Beautifully done. Can't wait to dive into the detailing. Next up is going to be your tan, which is another beautiful neutral. It's almost like a champagne color in the dial. Love that. And then one of the colors that continues to be really, really popular is white.
Every time we do white strap watches, they're usually the first ones to go, the first ones to sell out. They're very popular. It doesn't even matter that we're in winter. We just yesterday showed the Audrey.
Because it's all year round, really.
We
white.
showed the Audrey, and the white one sold out first. It doesn't matter that we're in the dead of winter. So.
Absolutely.
But this is our new Lady Marina, and we're so proud of this. We have been working on this piece. It seems like 2 years now. I mean, that's how long it's been to nail this design.
I love the water.
Yeah, it does
almost
have
on the dial.
It has the wave pattern, as you can see on the dial itself. These are all Swarovski crystals that are in the bezel, on the dial, and also in the crown as well. The bezel, by the way, in case you're not familiar with what a bezel is, that's the circle that goes around the dial of the watch. In any case, we call that the bezel. And this particular bezel is very labor intensive, actually. It's a debossed bezel, which means it's like an empty channel, and then it's filled with enamel.
I was just going to say,
it's an enamel-filled debossed bezel, and then within the enamel, there's little pieces of metal, actually steel, that make those waves. Now this one is tone on tone. You'd have to come in real tight to see it. The other ones, you can actually see it better rather than this execution. But it's kind of subtle here. I like this execution. I like all the executions.
Look at that.
But again, it's a debossed bezel with an enamel fill. You've got the Swarovski crystals at the hour markers.
Guys.
Yeah,
Look at that.
just fantastic. And this design is inspired actually by a very high-end Swiss brand. Maybe you've seen a look like this that costs many thousands of dollars. But
Your
again,
coin edge bezel, beautifully done. And I like the gold tone.
This is rose gold. This is actually 16-karat rose gold, Katina.
Oh, that's right, you can, especially on the, with the purple, it's just kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
Even the cabochon.
Yeah, it's not a cap, it's actually faceted, but I know what you're saying. It's a faceted cap on the crown. Yeah, it looks like a jewel,
but it's a crystal.
Yeah, it's a Swarovski crystal. I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, a 3 or 4 millimeter Swarovski. But this is a genuine leather strap.
And the strap even has beautiful design in it, too.
Well, absolutely. And it also is carrying a Swiss Quartz engine as well. Swiss Quartz movement in this timepiece. So you do have that reliability. And once again, it's 3 hands and a date. And one of the things we always try to do, Katina, it's very important to us, is maintain the same level of technical achievement for the ladies as we do for the men. We're not just cranking out baubles or trinkets or fashion watches. These are real professional timepieces.
Oh, and you could tell. By the way, this has a Swiss Ronda movement in it. It also is a 35-millimeter case. Your strap is going to be 16-millimeter. Look at that. Look at how, see that? The design on the outside of the on the strap kind of matches that wave design that you see on the dial. This is stunning. And I have to say, I've been talking about the purple a lot, but look at the other colors. The tan is so high-end and decadent. Let's go up to the phone lines, actually, while we talk about this, and welcome in Ken, who's calling us from New Jersey. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. How are you?
We are doing wonderfully, Ken.
And good morning to you, Larry.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, Ken.
I have a couple questions for you. And first, I want to say that the Delphi set that you've been featuring, I bought it for my wife and myself for Christmas. Keeps excellent time, and I just find skeletal pieces fascinating to watch. Not that I stare at it for hours, but every now and then I look at it and say, boy, that's cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We all do. It's a nice thing.
2 questions I want to ask. One, what is the difference between the Apollo that I bought around Christmas time, beginning of January, and the original Delphi? And I have watch winders. Which way should these watches wind? Should they wind clockwise, or should they wind counterclockwise, or omnidirectional?
Well, that's a fantastic question. Actually, for most of our movements, they can go in either direction. However, for your best results, counterclockwise. We do have that as a frequently asked question on our website as well. Counterclockwise is going to give you the best results for most of the movements, particularly in the watches that you're talking about. On the first question, the Apollo versus the Delphi, that is an excellent question, and I'm really glad you asked, because I get that email quite often, and maybe I can answer it for everybody who's watching right here and now, Ken. What it is, the original Delphi is a 39-millimeter case, and we sold many, many thousands for a number of years with that. And a lot of guys here, especially customers at shops, said, we love it, but can you make it bigger? And so that's what we did. With the Delphi Apollo is pretty much, it's got the same movement, the same case design, the same dial design as well, but we went larger. We went 44. It's 5 millimeters larger, and even the strap, we went from a 20 to a 22 on the strap. So it's pretty much the same timepiece, but it's 5 millimeters larger than the original.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it pretty much does. I want to thank you for letting me have this time with Larry on your time.
Absolutely.
And continue doing the great job that you're doing. And I plan, although I don't know exactly when, I'm thinking about getting the Eternal Sunrise for my collection.
Sophistication and class,
Ken. That watch. It's just beautiful.
It really is. Sophistication and class on that piece.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ken. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Bye-bye. I wanted to show you a close-up. I know I was wearing the purple for a while, and I have the tan on. I know time's almost up, but this is brand new today. Look at the detailing on that white. That white is just excellent. And then look at, see, this is what I was talking about. It's a faceted cabochon right there that looks like a diamond.
Yeah, it does. You know, that's the nice part about the white Swarovskis. You get the faux diamond effect.
It does. Gorgeous. Okay. $130 brand new today, 3 value payments. But this is going to be coming up in just a little bit. If you love the purple on the other one, this is another one. This is coming up a little bit later on. It'll be 91265.
Start your collection of classic, timeless pieces for your family to pass on for generations to come with the Priya Diamond Collection. Beauty, elegance, detailed craftsmanship at affordable prices. Not only are these gifts adored by the person who will receive them, but also loved by their family as well. Pick your family heirloom now. The Priya Diamond Collection on ShopNBC.
Welcome to ShopNBC Update. I'm Sarah Anderson. Need help getting fit in the new year without joining an expensive gym? You can get fit in as little as 6 minutes a day with the Body Blade Core Trainer. It works your muscles from the inside out, and it doesn't get better than that. Add a fabulous smile to that fit body this new year with Suzanne Summers' Get White Summer Smile. No messy trays, awkward strips, or expensive dental visits. Now you can flash those pearly whites with confidence. Make sure to tune in with Suzanne Summers for this item because quantities won't last long. ShopNBC is excited to announce the 250th Jubilee celebration of Brilliante. Everything will have Jubilee pricing, which will give you a reason to splurge on these unique gems. This will be a perfect time to add to your jewelry collection. Don't miss out on all of these great items. I'm Sarah Anderson, and this has been your ShopNBC Update.
Hi, welcome back into ShopNBC. I'm your host, Katina Forte. I'm here with Larry Magen, President of North American Operations. Very important title, Larry Magen.
Yeah.
For Stuhrling Original, you deserve it. But he is, more than anything, is our dear friend that brings to us the Stuhrling collection. Of course, today's Our Top Value is going to be coming up in a little bit from Stuhrling, but we are going to get into more fabulous watches, and we have the beautiful, beautiful Audrey Freedom, yay, which is coming up right now. You have two separate choices for you that we do have available. We do have the, just have to click that one in.
Sure.
We do have it be 265. This is a surprise price of $119.25, 5 value payments of $23.85. Here is that other purple that I was talking about. Now, I want to let you know that this is an interchangeable strap set. So the purple is going to come with a purple strap, and then we also have available for you the black mother of pearl, and that's going to come with a tan strap, and then both of them come with a black and white strap. So you do have the quick change pins on either one of these. Larry's just changing out one of the pins on that one. Let me show you the purple, because this is the one that I know so many of you were just going crazy for. Does have that 20 jewel, 34-hour power reserve automatic. And this is my favorite thing, Larry, is it's got that butterfly cutout.
Yes,
Hence the freedom.
Well, you know, the Audrey was one of our biggest hits for 2009, and we came out now with the, and of course, I think we may even have the Audrey later today, but that's got genuine diamonds in it, 35 points. So what we did is we made it a little more affordable with going with the Swarovski crystals, but we also added the, of course, the different colors on the mother of pearl dial, and we've added the two straps to swap it out.
I got to tell you, it's not every day that you see purple mother of pearl.
Yeah, it's really
fantastic.
elegant. It's really pretty. But, you know, one of the things that Stuhrling Original has really led the way has been doing mechanical automatics on the lady side of the industry, lady side of the business. And here you have a skeletonized mechanical automatic timepiece. Thank you. And,
beautifully done.
Right. Now, on the dial's not fully skeletonized, but it does have a reveal on the balance wheel. But instead of your typical round cutout, you actually have a beautiful butterfly reveal. And you look into the butterfly, you can see the balance wheel that's kind of beating, and it gives you the illusion of a fluttering butterfly.
And you also have that beautiful sort of ostrich embossing that you see on the leather strap. I want to show you the other option. This one is the purple mother of pearl. You're ordering by the dial color. The second one is your black mother of pearl. If you love, look at the colors of the rainbow that you see in that black mother of pearl. Now the black mother of pearl comes with a tan ostrich embossed strap. So you can see the strap there. So these are the straps that both watches come with originally. Here's the additional fun that you're going to have with these watches. So they both come with either, the purple one comes with the purple, the black comes with the tan, but then both of them comes with the black and white.
And we
so
also have...
you can see what it looks like in the case.
This is the white mother of pearl.
Yeah, and that's the white.
The white mother of pearl is actually going to come on this red strap over here. And then you get the black satin twill strap, which we've swapped it out already for you.
Look at
and
that.
then you also get the white croco embossed genuine leather strap. So you can either dress it up or sport it up.
So you have 3 beautiful choices. You can see the original straps right there. Let's go off to the phone lines and welcome in Lori, who's calling us from Iowa. Good morning, Lori. Hi, say hello to Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Good morning, Lori. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. I just wanted to say, for people who are not used to Stuhrling watches, my husband and I have really gotten into my heavier Aphrodite, which he got for me for Valentine's Day last year.
Sure.
Gorgeous.
That has the heart, so his heart beats for me, or Larry, your heart beats for me, I guess.
Thank you.
But you have such a technique with the skeleton watches that not only is it a timepiece, but it becomes a piece of artwork. It becomes one of those things where at any given time, people stop and just start to stare to see what is going on. And it becomes a piece of art, not just a timepiece.
Well, that's so well said, Lori. It's actually so true what you're saying, because it's like it's not even about telling time anymore. It does give you the time of day, but it's more about a commitment to your own sense of personal style and your own commitment to your own self and your own fashion sense, and just says so much about you when you're basically showing your love and appreciation for watchmaking that goes back a couple hundred years when you're wearing mechanical timepieces.
Correct. One thing I would like to ask, you are huge into orange. Thank you so much. I got the R-Top value for my husband.
Sure.
Oh, good.
In orange. But I've noticed you're doing different colors of the mother of pearl. How about an orange mother of pearl?
Wow.
That would be cool.
That's brilliant. You got me thinking. I don't think we've ever done an orange mother of pearl.
I have not yet found one watch that has an orange mother of pearl.
I haven't either, Lori, and
Okay.
I see a lot of watches. We have the purple, but that's true, orange. It's
All right.
different. Different.
Write
Good
that
suggestion.
down. No, that's fabulous, Lori. That's a great suggestion. I'm going to bring that one up.
Okay.
Thanks,
beautiful.
Lori. Thanks for calling.
Thanks. Have a great time.
Thanks, you too.
Much
Enjoy
love, Lori.
the
Thank you
R-Top
so
value.
much.
Bye-bye. Okay, stay on the phone lines for this one. Remember, you do have the purple mother of pearl, you have the white mother of pearl, and the black mother of pearl, and then all of them come with a black and white interchangeable quick change pin strap. Okay, by the way, wanted to mention this one. We will not have an opportunity to do a full presentation on it. The 90957. This is your Stuhrling Men's Gen Y quartz chronograph strap watch. Intro price at $159.38. 4 value payments of $39.84. One thing I wanted to mention really quickly, the watch that we were just showing you with the different color mother pearl, the Audrey Freedom, that had a surprise price. That surprise price expires tomorrow. So grab it while we have the surprise price, because I love to save money.
Who
Especially
doesn't?
get a great watch. We have something else coming up for you next. This is the Torino Sports rubber strap watch. $125 is your ShopNBC price on 3 value payments, and it is V91417, brand new.
Right. Well, I'd like to, right off the top, I think I need to bring up something to everybody's attention here. This is brand new. It's never been seen before, and this is actually our Torino Lista. This is not, because we just came out with the Torino last week, and we showed it last night in Jim's show, and it looks very similar to this, but this one has the calendar. The other one was just 3 hands with the date. This one actually gives you the day and date. This is our Torino Lista. It's a different V number, so I don't want anybody to be confused with the Torino.
Right.
Because there's 2 different watches, Torino and Torino Lista. This one's never been seen before. It's being debuted right now with Katina Forte.
Yay! Well, we saw the orange. Next is that one was your black silver tone. And then you also, one you're looking at right now, that's actually your white silver tone. And then the other one was your black rose tone. So those are your choices. So you had the orange rose tone, black silver tone, white silver tone, and black rose tone. But look at the white again. And of course, the most popular is always going to be the orange.
Well, this is from our Italia series, the same series as our Milano. Big, large case, 49 millimeter case size on this Katina, and just straightforward, Swiss quartz movement on this timepiece, and it gives you the day and date.
Beautifully done. Look at the dial. Let's put one on Brandon. We forgot. Hey, Brandon, you getting lonely over there? I know. We got to get Brandon into the action a little bit more too. Here's the orange, and you can see. Look at the way you have the dial. Beautifully decorative dial, and 5 ATM and your water resistance on this one. Of course, the 49 millimeter. As far as your case size, I love that. I love that texture.
Yeah, big, large case. It has the, that whole Italian influence as far as the, modality, the modernness of the timepiece, the way that the functionality has been incorporated to the design with the crown. Very similar to our Milano series. And it belongs, our Milano line, I should say, in the Italia series. But it's got the high-grade silicone rubber strap as well, also a very soft strap.
Soft, and look at the decorative detailing. It's almost like a cobblestone.
It is. It's like
pretty?
a cobblestone street. You're the only one that's picked up on that.
Larry, you and I, we're like this.
No, I mean, other hosts on our Torino picked up on it, but they didn't name it. They say cobblestone. I've been saying you watched the show. You watched the show.
No, it reminds me of the streets in Italy.
Okay.
That's what it reminds me of.
Okay, Katina.
I tell you, we're like this, Larry. Okay, we're going to go up to the phone lines. Jim, hopefully you're in sync with us too. Jim from Pennsylvania. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
How are you? Welcome to the
Jim.
show.
I picked up the tourbillon around around Thanksgiving.
Sure.
What a great watch. I mean, it was limited in rose tone and silver or whatever, and I feel pretty lucky to have a chance to purchase it because most tourbillons are $50,000 to $100,000, and this one naturally was with a Chinese movement, but I'll tell you what, it operates like you can't believe, and its fit is perfect, and just everything about it's a great watch.
Well, thank you so much for saying that, Jim. That was actually a record for Stuhrling Original here at ShopNBC. It was the fastest sellout we've ever had in our history, 2.5 minutes. It was 200 pieces in a limited edition. And it was.
Are you going to have any more tourbillons possibly this year? Or
absolutely.
Possibly a minute repeater or something.
Well,
like that?
we don't have any minute repeaters on the drawing board at this time. But as far as tourbillons go, look, next month, March, we're going to have one here. So stay tuned.
Definitely.
The dial, I have to remark on the dial, it's similar to a watch company out there that begins with a C and A and an R. And that watch naturally is about 100 times more than the Stuhrling. And like I say, it's just out of sight. Anybody could afford something like that, I guess. More power to them.
But you don't have to because we have a Stuhrling. So
well, Jim, thank you for noticing, our tourbillon and bringing up our tourbillon, because it's actually a very strong point, because the same company that brings a tourbillon here to ShopNBC is the same company that's making these fine timepieces that we're showing here this morning. And I think that goes to the level of our craftsmanship and our ability, our skill, our technology, that we're able to do that. And not every company does that.
Well, thank you so much for calling us, Jim. Have a wonderful day in Pennsylvania.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye-bye. Love this one. Just put the black one on with that rose tone, and I got to tell you, that is fantastic.
Very fashion.
Very much so. And, we didn't even really get a lot of chance to talk about this, but just to let you know, there's that wonderful decorative crown. And, ladies, it fits. It's a 49 millimeter, but it's got really good fit for a small wrist. But we are going to move on to our top value. Today's top value, brand new today, the 91355. This is the men's Alpine Automatic Challenge Mesh Bracelet Watch. And look at that price tag of $89.98. We also have it available for you on 3 value payments of $29.99. And I just want to let everyone know, we're going to go through the colors, but we continue to have very limited quantities, particularly in the orange. Here's the thing. We started with almost 700 of the orange. We're down to fewer than 50.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's big. That's really big. But let me go through all the color choices, and then we'll let Larry dive into all the details, because we could spend the whole hour on this watch. That's how special it is. Starting with this choice, this is going to be your black, and it has the beautiful red details. That's the one I've been wearing. I'm going to switch out, though. Look at the green.
Yeah.
The green is just that beautiful, vibrant green. Another personal favorite is the blue. Look at the blue with those yellow accents. And then last but not least, the most limited is the orange, fewer than 50 available. The one that's going to go after the orange, by the way, is the black. So those two are the most limited of all of them. Love that.
Absolutely. I would say with less than 50 pieces left in the orange, if you want the orange, pretty much you have to do it right now. I don't think it's going to live to the next presentation on the orange one. And
let's talk about some of the details that makes this special. I'm going to actually start with the bracelet and then work our way to the watch. First thing you're going to notice is that mesh bracelet. Do you notice it's not a leather strap if you're familiar with the Alpine? It's done with that stainless steel mesh, but look at the grommets. So it wears like a leather strap, only you have it available for you with the beautiful detailing like this. So that's nice. So it just buckles. And then the other thing that I wanted to start off with is going into the case. And let's start with the outside with the bezel, because that's special.
yeah, well, this is what we call a chakram style bezel on our Alpine, and this is the first time we've ever used this finishing process on any timepiece, let alone the Alpines, but it's called a Duracoat, frosted Duracoat finish, and this is going to be something you're going to see more from Stuhrling Original in 2010, but this is the first time we've ever used it, and it is fantastic. The consistency of the coating process. This is a good shot right here, Katina, because you can see the profile. This is 18 millimeters tall from the back of the case all the way to the very top of the big domed crystal. That's a Cristerna crystal sitting on top. And you'll notice the sides of the case are kind of puffed out.
Yes.
They have scalloped edges.
Look
on
at
this.
that.
If you give them a front shot there, it gives them, you see the scalloped edges. Everything about the Alpine is just a little bit bloated. And, you know, I say that lovingly because
has a lot of salt in its diet.
I'm telling you, Katina, for whatever reason, this piece has become such a huge hit for Stuhrling for the last 4 years. And the case is kind of blown out with those scalloped edges. The crystal is kind of ballooned up with the dome. Even the hands are those cigar-style hands.
I love the stripe that you have on the outside of the crown.
Bulbous style crown. Everything about it. And it's just the theme of the watch. It's like you're up in the hills. And
look at the propeller.
The propeller-style faceplate with the 12, 4, and 8. Now, again, this is the first time that we've actually put a secondary color on that propeller-style faceplate. We did it on all the executions here. The blue and yellow looks spectacular.
Perfect. And then let's go to the back because, you know, again, and so many of you were calling in and talking about this, the fact that it's definitely that exhibition is what you're known for in the skeletonized movement. But look at even the back. You have that decorative rotor. Look at that.
Well, this is our new refreshed rotor design, and you see what we've done here. We've actually color coordinated that kind of stripe down there on the guillotine edge of the rotor. You see the new Stuhrling Original logo. This is a new refreshed design for the Alpine, actually. And you see the Côte de Genève is those striping pattern on the rotor itself. But you see the balance wheel. It's got a screwed-in case back. You might have noticed the notches that were going around the edges.
Okay, need to let you know, 30 remaining of the orange, and that's it. I have a strong feeling that this is going to be the final hour that you're going to see this orange. So congratulations to those of you who are calling. Speaking of calling, let's go off to the phone lines and welcome in Denise, who's calling us from Iowa. Hi, Denise. Good morning.
Good morning, Denise.
Morning. I just called to tell Larry, I have so many of your automatics. I love those automatics.
Perfect.
And you got to stop making them because every time I think I'm through buying one, here I go again.
Did we have one for you this morning?
Yeah. Was that the Audrey with the purple?
Yes. Oh, that was a
beautiful
beautiful
bought that one. I have all three of your, pink, blue, and that one, and then I have the red, and then I have the brown and gold, all the automatics.
Wow.
Perfect.
Well, you know, I've been saying it all along. For 5 years now, I think Stuhrling Original has been a leader in the way of bringing mechanical automatics onto the ladies' side of the business. And, of course, a lot of ladies like to wear our men's mechanical automatic timepieces, but we're putting them in the ladies as well. And I'm so glad that, you know, you're enjoying that.
I like those because they're just a little bit bigger.
Yes, so you like a little bigger case size, don't you?
I don't really care for the men's watches, but I like your watches on NBC because they're a little bit bigger.
Perfect, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Denise, for calling us, and we hope you enjoy. I know you're going to enjoy that Audrey. That is a fantastic watch. If I had to choose one, I would choose that too. Beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Denise, thank you so much for calling. Thank you for your very kind words as well.
Have a wonderful
nice
day,
day,
Denise.
guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, only about a minute and a half remaining on this one. This is our top value. This is the Alpine Challenge. And if you are familiar with the Alpine, which is a big, big seller, customer choice here on ShopNBC, Larry decided to up the ante a little bit and, you know, change things out, which is what's nice about what Stuhrling does, is that they try to, you know, bring out some different things here and there.
Well, this is definitely a new look for our Alpine, but again, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. To me, one of the great things about the new Alpine Challenge is the way that the mesh bracelet integrates seamlessly to the case. Look at that solid end link right there. Thanks, guys. It's not only is it seamlessly matched with the slope of the lugs, but also it complements the design of the case so well.
Beautifully done. And I just want to let you know, you probably saw on the side of the screen, we'll show it to you again. Oh, by the way, only 2 dozen orange remaining. So started with 700, only 2 dozen remaining. So this is definitely last call on that. But, you know, Larry did something wonderful with this watch also. We do have additional leather straps if you want to purchase them. Only $11, and they do match back to the Alpine, which is an incredible value. The orange is already sold out in the additional strap, but what we did was we put one of them on the green just to show you what it looks like. See, it comes with the mesh strap, but if you purchase the additional leather strap, you see how it has the stitching, has the green stitching that matches back to it. You can change out the look.
And the edge of the strap, if you turn it a little sideways,
yeah,
you
look
see
at that.
He's got the green, it's a sandwich style strap with the green edge.
And you'll have the yellow if you get the blue, and you'll have the red like that if you get in the black. But stay on the phone lines for this one. It also, by the way, does have that Cristerna crystal, that shatter-resistant crystal. 3 value payments of $29.99. I'm loving this watch.
It's fantastic,
Goodness,
and we've been very excited about this for
We
the last
are.
couple months.
And final call on the orange. Fewer than 2 dozen remaining on the orange. I'm here with Larry Magen, who is the president of North American Operations for Stuhrling Originals, and I'm Katina Forte, your host. We have another full hour of Stuhrling that we want to get to, and if you love the timepieces that we had last hour, wait until you see what we have coming up next. We have the Emperor. The Emperor's here. Emperor 2009 edition automatic watch, V91098. And this is available for you for $174.75. How about the 5 value payments of $34.95? And then we have another brand new, this is the Metropolis. Oh no, this is the Metropole. The Metropole.
Elite. The Metropole
Elite automatic bracelet watch. $199.85. Oh, that's okay.
Right,
That's
I
that
have
one.
the silver toe. These are the 2 brand new executions, Melissa.
Larry.
Katina.
See, there goes our synchronicity there.
Call me like Leo or something.
You called me Wendy earlier. No, Melissa. I'll be Sarah next. Introductory price of $199.85, just when I thought I was special. See what he does?
Yeah.
At least your watches are special. No,
Thank
we love you
Thank
anyway,
you so
Larry.
much.
We have more coming your way this hour with Stuhrling Originals. That's funny. B90685. This is your Stuhrling Original Eagle Collection 2009 edition Swiss Quartz watch. Try me price of $69.97. It's also on 3 value payments of $23.32. Let me show you the 3 colors. We're going to start off with that fabulous red, no denying. So easy to read, that dial. Love that.
Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish the colors.
Here is the black.
Yep.
And they have a second tone, like the black has blue to it. And then last but not least, I have to say, this one's my favorite. This is the brown. It has a little copper, like rose tone color to it.
Yeah, it's actually a bronze tone.
Yes, that's
it's
what it
absolutely stunning. This is our Eagle from our Bravo Zulu series. And it's a pilot-style watch. It's a very simple, easy to read, at a glance timepiece with a Swiss quartz movement. But very, very popular piece. We've had it for years. These are the 3 new executions we came out with in 2009. And we're doing the Try Me price here. But This is a 44 millimeter case, so it's a very, nice presence on a man's
But
wrist.
it has a nice flat case to it.
It's got a very low profile,
Yeah.
Katina. Thank
That's
you
the
for
way I was
pointing
trying
that
to
out. But even though it's a 44, which is large to begin with, it looks even larger on the wrist, and one of us has to put it on. Me,
I'm gonna
you,
put
I
it
don't
on.
care. But the
look at
thing
that.
is, the reason for that, if you take a look at the bezel, now the bezel again is that part of the case that surrounds the dial. On this one, it's very, very narrow. It's about a little under 2 millimeters thin. So because there's almost no bezel or a very thin bezel, it is wall-to-wall dial. And so therefore, the size of this dial is typically would be in a 48 millimeter size case. So it plays very, very large on the wrist. It's a 44, great, great everyday type of timepiece because it has a Swiss quartz movement. Take this one anywhere.
I would easily wear this watch. And I have a smaller wrist, and you can see, as Larry was pointing out, you do have a larger size of 44 millimeter, but because you have a lower profile, look at how nicely it fits on the wrist. This one is the red, and you can see it does have that red top stitching on the outside of that black leather strap. Love the stud detailing right there.
The double studs with the double contrast stitching. And I had to grab the black PVD because the physical vapor deposition case, because it has my UCLA blue.
There you go, Bruin.
Markers and hands. But while I'm putting this on, if you would be so kind, Katina, I would love to show the audience the case back on the bronze tone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or the silver tone, either
I'll
one.
show it on this one.
Because we really made a really nice design on the case back of this from the very beginning. This is our Eagle timepiece, and it's from the Bravo Zulu series, and which is a very military-inspired series in our entire collection. Pieces
There's like a sunray even on the back of the case.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, right now a little upside down, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. They can see. But thank you, Katina. You're the best. But I'm not
trying to make up
I'm
now.
trying to make up.
He's trying to make up.
I'm trying to win you back into good graces here.
Wait, just don't call me Sean or Jim.
No, but did you notice that eagle? Did you notice the eagle on the back? Very beautiful.
You
there
can see
it
right
is.
there. Look at that, the wings. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, and you see eagle at the top there.
I love the oversized crown.
Yeah, it's a big. I call it a balloon style, kind of like a hot air balloon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The brown, I gotta say, gorgeous. It has that bronze tone to it. I think the brown, the ladies are going to absolutely love too, because it has that beautiful detailing on it. By the way, what I want to let you know is that this is a Try Me price. The Try Me price is actually $35 less from your ShopNBC price. And the thing about a Try Me price, again, if you've not tried Stuhrling Original, this is a great opportunity. We think you're going to absolutely love this. Try it. You're going to love it. So, stay on the phone lines for this one. Congratulations. It is item number V90685 for your original Eagle Collection 2009 edition. So it's quartz watch. $69.97, $23.32. I've forgiven you a long time ago.
Okay.
I did. It's not a problem.
You're still the best.
Oh, thanks. I don't hold a grudge. Not when you're bringing watches like this. How can I hold a grudge to the man who brings us to Stuhrling Originals V90109? This is your Lady Regatta automatic bracelet watch, $99.50. 3 value payments of $33.17. Let me show you the choices. And ladies, for all of you out there who, love Larry's watches, but you say, I just want a classic, traditional, smaller size as far as the case goes, but still have a lot of cool detailing to it, this is your watch. Starting off with this one, this is your light blue mother of pearl. That's a really cool color too, with the light blue.
To me it's more of a midnight blue, but blue nonetheless.
But as you're ordering it, I know we just have it as light blue, but I agree with you.
Sorry.
That's what we're calling it. This one is the black mother of pearl, and then this one is your gray mother of pearl. That's a true gray. So just as you're ordering it, we're calling it light blue mother of pearl.
Okay, very
black
well.
and gray.
This is our Lady Regatta, Katina.
Yes.
And the biggest feature right off the bat that I want everybody to know is that this is not a quartz movement. There's no battery in this watch. This is a mechanical automatic timepiece.
Look at that.
And it's a very small, a miniature mechanical automatic movement that's put into this case. This is a 30 millimeter case size, so it's a rather petite case for the ladies. But to get a mechanical automatic movement in that size to fit into this case, those are actually much more expensive. So to do a mechanical automatic timepiece like this, it's got a screw-down crown, by the way.
Love that.
Which goes to the make of the timepiece, 100 meters water resistant.
Flip-lock case.
But to do a mechanical automatic at this price point is fantastic to begin with. But then when you take into consideration that it's a ladies in a miniature size, that's even much more expensive, which really makes this a super value today. But again, this was put together for this particular event here right before Valentine's Day. And this is a super multifunctional piece designed for the ladies to go out to the evening wear all the way to take the kids to school.
Love that. It's a nice size, too, on this one.
Yeah, this one we have to see on your wrist for sure.
I know. I'm putting it on right now.
Well, no problem. It has push buttons.
Love that. So you have the flip lock, diver flip lock, and then you have the push button blanket. Nice and easy.
Yeah, I love the push buttons. You know, not all of the bracelets have them, but this one does, and that's more expensive.
Yeah.
This is super value here.
Look at this. This is a pretty watch.
That's gorgeous. I mean, this is our Lady Regatta. And the mother of pearl has what we call a simple dimple design.
Yes, it's like a perforated look.
Right, exactly, in the dial. It's got the skeletonized hands, as you can see. It has the date magnification bubble down there for the date aperture. And on the bezel, again, that ring that goes around the dial, that is a rotating bezel. Beautiful. And it's got the wave pattern. It's a little bit narrower bezel than you typically see on a dive watch, which gives it just a little bit more
But I love the two-tone design, too, especially on the bracelet. Let's welcome in Dennis, who's calling us from Missouri. Good morning, Dennis.
Well, good morning, Katina.
Say hi to Larry.
Hey, good morning,
Hello,
Dennis.
Larry.
Hey, Dennis.
How are you folks today?
Wonderful.
Now, a little birdie tells me that you were one of the lucky ones to get in on that orange, our top value.
I did. I ordered the orange. Just a beautiful watch. The skeleton, and you see all the movements.
Perfect. Now, Dennis, have you purchased Stuhrling in the past, or is this your first time?
This is my first time.
Ah,
great. Love to hear that.
I've not got it to even put on to see, but from seeing it on TV, it looks beautiful.
It really is. When you get it in person, it's even that much more dynamic. You're going to see all of the details. So welcome into the Stuhrling family, Dennis.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
We like to say welcome to Stuhrling Nation.
The Regatta is a beautiful watch. I've got a daughter that's LPN and going for an RN school, so she would be liking that watch.
Perfect. And, you know, if you get more than one, we have value shipping here at ShopNBC. So
Right.
you're only paying one shipping as long as it's going to the same address within a 24-hour period. So
That's great.
Yeah.
I had a busy weekend with ShopNBC. I've ordered several items this weekend, and
Good.
It's great.
Perfect. Well, we're glad that we had something for you this morning, and enjoy that our top value, especially the orange, because it's pretty much gone. I think we're only a dozen left, so you were lucky to get in on that one.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to have one.
Thanks, Dennis.
Well, thank you, Katina and Larry, and we'll talk with you later.
Yes,
okay, thanks for your
calling.
support.
Have a great
Enjoy
day.
your watch.
Bye-bye. All right, stay on the phone lines. You know, he's made a really good point. Well, first of all, he was lucky enough to get our top value in the orange, only a dozen remaining. But, you know, he was talking about his daughter, who's graduating nursing school, I believe. This is a great watch for that, you know, because it's very professional, but then it's not too big where it's going to, you know, play in with anything. All right, stay on the phone lines for the Regatta, but I want to tell you about a spotlight item that we have coming up here on ShopNBC. Larry, we can't get enough of you. It's all about Larry. We have this coming up for you later on today. This is from Stuhrling Original. This is your Men's World Traveler, the latest traveler in the line for 2010. Size not only is increased to 46 millimeter, but the dial has a fresh design to give the traveler a whole new look. You're going to get it for 5 value payments. So tune in today, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Stuhrling Originals, right here on ShopNBC. Now, if you missed any part of last hour, you can go online to shopnbc.com. There is that incredible Our Top Value Alpine Challenge that you see right there on the homepage. But you can see everything not only that we had in last hour, but you can also jump ahead and see everything that we have for you in this hour. So it's a nice way to shop. And actually, you can click on Stuhrling Original and you can see every single timepiece that we have in the assortment still currently in inventory on shopnbc.com. I'm joined by Larry Magen, who's the President of North American Operations here on ShopNBC for Stuhrling Originals, and we have more coming your way. This is the Emperor 2009 edition automatic watch, ShopNBC price of $174.75. We do have it on 5 value payments. This is the first time that you're seeing it on 5 value payments. Let's go through the colors. All right, that's the plum. That's the one that you're looking at right there, is that beautiful plum. You've been doing a lot of purples and plums.
Well,
very popular.
Yeah, wait till we get to this. I can't wait to.
Okay, this one is what we're calling the black. This is the black. You can see it's kind of a neutral ivory dial, but it does have a black strap. This one is the blue, and it's that true navy as far as your strap goes too. Is that actually? It's a little more of a royal blue.
More of a royal blue, I would say, definitely.
And then this one is that plum that you saw a moment ago, and then you can see this has more of like a burgundy in your strap. Gorgeous.
Yeah, now this is a real signature piece for Stuhrling Original, our Emperor, and these are the 3, well, actually, really, the 2 newest color executions that we just came out with in 2009, which is the plum and the blue. And the other one that we're showing, we're calling black. That's the #1 selling execution of all time. We have about 9 executions or something like that. Yeah, 9 executions on this now. But this piece is probably the most formal and dressiest timepiece in our entire gallery of over 1,200 watches that we make.
I love showing the crown that it's on the top.
Yeah, well, that's the signature of this piece, is the fact that you have the crown up at the 12 o'clock position, and it has the bow that if you see like that.
Yeah.
But the crown and bow at 12 o'clock is kind of like a throwback to, the old days.
Like a pocket watch almost?
Old world where people would wear pocket watches strapped to the wrist. And the crown was always up at 12 o'clock position. And that's what you have is old world elegance here. But don't forget, this is a mechanical automatic timepiece. And when you have it on the wrist, I mean, it plays like $1 million. I mean, you can wear this to the most highbrow type of events, a New Year's Eve, a wedding, a special dinner, whatever it happens to be. Wear it when you're all dressed up. You almost have to get dressed up to wear this watch. This is not an everyday timepiece. But here's the nice shot on the back here. You see the screw-down exhibition case back. You see the screws going all the way around the perimeter of the case back there. That tells you a little bit about the quality. It's not a pop-off case back.
No,
you saw
not
the
at all.
decorations on the movement. But here's the just elegant appearance.
It's a leather strap, but it does have that deployant clasp at the back end of it. So you can adjust it, and then you do have that push-button deployant.
Push-button, dual deployant clasp as well. But check this out, guys.
Yeah. Oh, that looks very handsome.
Oh, this is this execution that I own. I own this. We're calling it black. Right, with the white dial and the blued hands, and that's my favorite. It's very much of a, kind of like a tuxedo type of piece.
It's all about that unique look, and I think this watch more than anything just really incorporates all that you strive for when it comes to Stuhrling Original.
This is Stuhrling Original.
It's all about the true respect for watchmaking.
Yes, and it's an open heart, as you can see. We call it an open heart in watchmaking. When you have a cutout on the dial, we call it a reveal, and it usually will reveal the balance wheel. And you see the balance wheel, oscillating on this one back and forth at 6 beats per second. But one of the nice things about this piece is our vertical bridge with the 6 screws. Now, one other thing we don't want to overlook is this is actually a dual time zone piece. If you look at the subdial at the 3 o'clock position, that's actually a secondary time zone. I like to set mine ahead 6 hours from New York to Paris time. So there it is. Thanks, guys.
In case you're going to be jetting off.
Yeah, you're at a party or something. You say, oh, look, it's 3 o'clock in the morning in Paris.
Exactly. By the way, the plum is the most limited, fewer than 4 dozen available for you in the plum. So grab that while you can. And the plum is actually what you see Brandon wearing right there. Larry's wearing it in what we're calling black, but it has more of an ivory dial to it with the silver tone. And then I was wearing it in that blue. It's a true, beautiful, beautiful royal blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous color in the blue. And of course, the strap matches back to that. So the 91098 is your item number. Very first time that it is offered on 5 value payments. So this is a timepiece that you have admired. This is the time to get it when you can really take advantage of the 5 value payments. Hey, coming up next hour, we're going to say goodbye to Larry, not for long, because Larry will be here throughout the day. But then I'm going to have a full hour of electronic connection. We have a few items in the hour, one of which is my host pick. Ann Lynch is going to be joining me with this one. This is from Toshiba. This is the 10.1-inch, 1 gig of your memory, 160 gig hard drive. So you're talking about 40,000 pictures that you can store on this. and it's so portable. You have a beautiful, beautiful screen on this that you're used to with Toshiba. You have a built-in webcam, lots of functionality. Look at the raised keys. This is all coming up, and a 9-hour battery. Has your sleep and charge mode. Lots of things coming up with this one. So join me next hour with Ann Lynch, and then we also have an Apex television, which is going to be wonderful too. Then Tiffany style lighting is coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then Larry's back. I told you wouldn't have to miss him for too long. He's back at noon Eastern time with another hour of Stuhrling Originals. So it's your day today.
Yeah, it
all
is our
about you.
day. And that's
It's
one
all
of the
about the
things I love
Alpine.
about our top value. Not just the piece, but it's our turn, you know.
It's your turn.
Hey, look at this now. This is brand new. We've had the Metropole Elite before, but this is the two brand new executions, the rose gold brown and the rose gold black. When you were reading your notes about the Metropolis, I think they made a boo-boo, and it was actually, you were describing this piece, the rose gold brown, the rose gold black.
I think they probably wrote Metropolis as opposed to Metropole on the sheet. That's what it was. Because this is probably what the spotlight's going to be.
But this is, you see, I actually wore mine. This is what we brought to ShopNBC before. The one I have is the silver tone black. But these two.
And that's the brown, rose gold black. I mean, rose gold brown. And then here is the gold tone black.
Rose tone.
Rose tone black, excuse me.
Right.
That we have there. Both of them are done basically in the rose tone, just brown or black is basically what you're ordering. Now, let me give you all the particulars. It's brand new today, of course, V91411. Intro price for you at $199.85, 2 value payments of $99.92. And with this one, you are saving more than $15 off of your ShopNBC price. Always pays to shop early with the introductory price on this one. And of course, then to take advantage of the 2 value payments. But new exhibitions on this or new details on this, new colors.
New executions for sure.
Execution, that's the word.
This is really a tremendous value here because, first of all, this is the finest bracelet that we've ever made on a timepiece. We put so much attention into this bracelet. Those are all assembled with screw assembly, not only the screws going through each link, but even that centerpiece is actually screwed to the links.
Look at that.
The centerpiece has a satin finish. Look at the beautiful push-button butterfly clasp on this, butterfly deployant clasp. You have just this bracelet is just so elegant and it's so heavy. I was wearing mine. I can't wait to put one of the rose gold ones on. I'll let you pick which one, Katina. Your choice. All right, rose gold black, which is very, very striking. But this is from our Metro collection.
The back, Larry.
It's a mechanical automatic timepiece. There's the back, and you know, it even has the name down at the bottom. But here you have a nice, and you notice the rotor on the brown one that Katina's showing you right now has that bronze tone. A brown PVD gives a bronze tone effect to match the side. This is a 3-piece case design.
Beautiful.
And the main case body, there it is right there, Katina, is also layered in the brown PVD. But this is just, look at this on the wrist.
Oh,
I just want to encourage any guy out there that's watching the show to try this piece because you will love it, as I do. And you might have saw I was wearing my...
Yeah, he wears his.
This was the original one that we brought here, made several months ago. These are the 2 brand new executions right here. And I can't wait to get, pick one of these new ones for myself yet.
Absolutely. Let's go off to the phone lines again and welcome in Renee, who's calling us from New York. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Now, Renee, did you have something this hour that kind of caught your eye or something last hour?
Yes. Larry, you're killing me. I just bought my 16th Stuhrling.
Wow.
Oh, which one did you get?
Freedom.
The Freedom.
In the purple. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, the Butterfly Freedom set. That's fabulous.
It's hard to resist.
I have the original, Audrey, also.
The original has 35 points of diamonds, so
yes,
fabulous.
No.
Perfect. Now, why do you have 16 Stuhrlings, Renee? I mean, what is it about this watch company that entices you so much?
They're beautiful watches, all of them, and the quality is just wonderful. I very rarely have had a problem, but my favorite one just broke.
And really?
It's so old that I don't know whether or not I can send it to you. It's from the first time you were on ShopNBC.
Well, I'll tell you what, Renee, let's do this. When we're finished with this phone call, maybe the producer get your name and number, and I'll have somebody from customer service call you, and we'll see what we can do for you, okay?
Great. That would be wonderful. But that's the kind of watch that I really love. Yeah. I've written to you before and told you, more complications, more automatics for women. I only buy automatics. And this one has a big date, the day of the week, a day-night window, and the moon phase.
Wow. So you've got it all on that one.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's my favorite watch.
That one sounds to me like that one's about 5 or 6 years ago.
At least.
Yeah, I think I remember which one you're talking about.
Well, Renee, we're so glad that that Larry keeps bringing the watches that catch your eye, and thanks so much for shopping with us.
Thank you for the watches. I really love them.
Great. Well, have a wonderful
Much love
day,
to you, Renee, and if we can get that phone number,
we'll
I'll
get
see
your
what I can do
information
for you,
for you.
okay?
Great. Thank you very much.
Anytime,
Renee.
Renee.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Now, I'm so glad that Renee said something, because I tell you the same thing. I love that, you're bringing watches for women that have the complications that normally just men's watches have. Because I'm the same way. I love to have all of the wonderful detailing on the watch. And so thank you for doing that. So for all of you up there who love that. Now, in about 15 minutes, we're going to do another presentation of our top value. The orange, I believe we have fewer than a dozen. That's going to be gone, single digits now on the orange, and that's it. Brand new today, V91355. It's the Alpine Challenge. It's an automatic, beautifully done with those colors, lots of different things. You have the Duracoat around the bezel. Gorgeous. 3 value payments of $29.99. We do have additional leather straps if you want to add that to your order. $11. The orange is sold out, but we do have the green, the red, and the blue. And value shipping, you're not paying any additional shipping and handling to get that. So that's coming up in a little bit. But I need a little bit of a drum roll, because this watch, if you are looking for a watch, gentlemen, to just woo the lady in your life for Valentine's Day, I wish my husband was watching right now, because this is it. My favorite one in the entire hour, V90897. This is the Women's Venus Diamond, not Swarovski crystals, diamond automatic strap watch. Look at the 3 colors. It's truly hard to pick one. Of course, obviously for Valentine's Day, if you want to go for the gusto, definitely go for that red one. We're calling the red one the silver tone, but it is with the red. And then next is going to be your gold tone. It has that wonderful champagne color. Look at how stunning that is with that exhibition with the heart, the cutout in the heart. And then this one takes your breath away. It's the rose tone, and look, has a beautiful kind of bronze, like brown bronze. Look at the sparkle that you see in this. And by the way, diamonds all the way around. Clearance price. Don't know why, but just grab it. $285.44. 5 value payments. Now, this is a wonderful opportunity to get this.
Yes, Katina, you're absolutely correct. Now, we've done the whole, Cupid and Venus and Aphrodite, the whole series, our love series in our romance collection with the motif of the hearts and the cutouts, the mechanical automatics. We've done a number of pieces like that now.
Stunning.
With Swarovskis and also genuine. But this is the top of the line here, the Venus. It's got 90 points of diamonds. So it's got 61.5 point diamonds going all the way around the bezel. Again, the bezel is what circles the dial. And, typically in a lot of watches, especially at least the ones we do, and I know in some of the other companies as well, you get a lot of 1-pointers and half-pointers.
Look at the size of those.
Right, to get 1.5 pointers, you're starting to get pretty large at 1.5 points. And the fact that there's 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour, and you have 60 diamonds going around the bezel.
Absolutely.
They actually, it's very clever because they act as minute markers and hour and second markers going around the dial. Now, let's not forget, this is a mechanical automatic timepiece, skeletonized.
Gorgeous.
So there's no battery in this timepiece, ladies. This is what I was saying before, that Stuhrling Original has been a leader literally in the watch industry as far as bringing skeletonized mechanical automatic timepieces to the ladies.
Yes.
For so many years, it's been a thing for the guys, like the old boys club is the
and we
guys
thank
would
you
wear
for this,
the skeleton
this
mechanicals.
is what we want too.
But here we've done it with a feminine orientation, with the heart-shaped reveal, the heart-shaped cutout. And what's so clever about the heart-shaped cutout, Katina, is that, yes, you can see the inner workings, but when you see the balance wheel beating and you see the pallet fork, there it is right there at the bottom, releasing the power onto the regulator wheel. It's almost like it's the heartbeat, and you have a heart cutout. So it's the beating heart inside the watch there.
Hey, let's go up to the phone lines. We're going to go to Arkansas, and we're going to welcome in Patricia, who's calling us. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning, Katina and Larry. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Oh,
I just got my men's automatic rose tone skeletal watch yesterday, and I'm a very petite lady. I have a 5.5-inch wrist. I put one hole in it. It fits perfectly so well that I went to sleep last night with my watch on and didn't even realize it until I woke up this morning and looked at the beautiful rose gold face on it.
Wow.
Wonderful.
It is just gorgeous with all that skeletal moving and that rose gold around it. It's just beautiful to watch. I watched it all day yesterday. So thank you so much, Larry.
Oh, well, thank you for joining the show this morning. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. I always get really happy when I know that people are out there enjoying our timepieces.
Now, Patricia,
I sure will, and I'll be buying many more. You can count on that.
Patricia, was that your first Stuhrling?
Yes, that was.
Oh, good. Welcome to Stuhrling Nation, as
Yes.
Larry
It won't
likes
be
to
my
say.
last.
And, you know, if you see anything throughout the day today, remember, you know, as you buy them, you get value shipping too. So
Right,
that's
that
the good
helps a
thing
lot.
throughout the day. But we're so glad that you like it. And, you know, again, you're another wonderful lady who's talking about the fact that you love all of the wonderful nuances and all of the, you know, the mechanicals and the skeletons, all the details that's usually just the guys.
Well, and
It's
tell
nice
the
that we
ladies
have it,
not
right?
to be afraid to get them in size because it's wonderfully comfortable and it's a beautiful size. You can really see your watch. And you can tell the time and see the movement and everything. It's not too large at all.
And do you find also that it makes Patricia like a real statement when you walk in with like wearing a men's watch?
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does. Well, you know, I have about a 5.5-inch wrist too, Patricia, so you can see how they're going to look on you when I put them on too. So
That's what made me buy it because I saw how they looked on you.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad because I know there's a lot of us that have small wrists out there, and
Yes,
we, you know, we want the big watches too. So thanks so much for
Yes, we
calling, and enjoy your Stuhrling.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, and I sure will, and I'll be buying many more, I'm sure.
Thank you, Patricia.
Wonderful. Thanks,
Thank
Patricia.
you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. I just put on the red, which we're calling silver tone, actually. You're calling by the case.
I just want to close by saying, let's not forget the obvious. This is the ideal Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said to start. Gentlemen, you know, get it for the lady in your life. And ladies, get it for yourself. If I waited for a guy to buy me all the nice things
That's true.
I'd have very few nice things in my life. So, you know, treat yourself. You love yourself. That's where it all starts. By the way, speaking of the perfect Valentine's Day gift, how about him and her?
Well, absolutely.
You're getting both. I don't want to take this watch off.
Such a value here. 2 skeleton mechanical automatic timepieces at one low price, Katina.
Absolutely. V91150, $109.45 is your price tag on this one. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, there is ShopNBC. Do you see me? I'm hesitating taking this watch off. I'm going to have to buy that watch when I get off. I love that so much. Larry, you do it to me every time. I can't work with you without getting at least one thing. That's a good thing, though. Go online to ShopNBC.com. You can see all of the timepieces that we have for you in this hour. And also, we had a full hour last hour as well with Stuhrling Original. Larry's going to be here all day long. So if you're going off to the office or school or whatever it is that where you go throughout your day, you can go online to ShopNBC.com and look at everything that we have in the collection. So don't miss anything. But wow, here's another beauty. This is the Ladies Regatta La Femme Diamond Diver watch. We don't have a lot of time on this. V91154, $361 is your price tag, but we do have the 5 value payments of $72. Only presentation that you will see in this visit. Let's show you the 2 colors. Here is the white mother of pearl. This also has that wonderful kind of perforated dial.
Yes, it's a Regatta La Femme. We saw the Lady Regatta that had the same dial design.
And then here is the black mother of pearl. Larry, I'm going to let you go to it because...
Well, from our Lady Regatta series, you can see the resemblance, of course, to the Lady Regatta. But what we did differently here is we put a Swiss quartz movement in the timepiece, and we put a ½ carat of diamonds going all the way around the bezel.
Feel free to do that every time.
All the way around the bezel, 50 points of diamonds on this piece. But, you know, we could have made the bezel stationary, but we left it as a rotating bezel. Just for fun, you know, it doesn't have any chapters on it, but I think that, you know, really adds something to the timepiece
And look at how the diamonds are set in that, too. You see that? They're done in a beautiful design. almost like a chevron design as they go. They kind of fit in together. Again, as we pointed out with the last piece that we were showing you, that this also has nice sized diamonds. They're diamonds that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully
Absolutely.
done. You have the magnification at the date window.
Absolutely, a screw-down crown as well, 100 meters water resistant. You have the, really nice quality stainless steel link bracelet. All of our bracelets, there's nothing, that's something you almost have to experience at home when you get it. It's hard to get that across on television. A lot of times you see some bracelet watches in the stores, in the mall, and they're very tinny bracelets, are very lightweight. These are solid stainless steel links that are all custom molded links. So you have a really good quality link bracelet on this diamond timepiece.
Absolutely. 5 value payments of $72.30. This is the only presentation that you are going to see of this timepiece all day today. So for this entire visit with Larry, this is it. And take advantage of the 5 value payments. This is another wonderful gift. I'll tell you right now, if you want to give a great gift of time, there's nothing better than to add diamonds to the mix.
Absolutely.
She's going to love it.
We brought the ladies diamonds, of course, with, the Valentine's theme. This is our last appearance before Valentine's Day.
And, we love it.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
love it. And this is another beauty from the Stuhrling Original Collection. This is the Women's Soiree. Boy, we're getting into the diamonds now, aren't we?
Yeah, this is the Soiree Elite, actually. Oh, no, this is the Soiree. I'm sorry.
This is the Soiree diamond accent leather strap watch. And you are looking at 3 different color choices. You have a 1/4 carat of diamonds, 57 of them. And this has that beautiful sort of pastel coloration to it.
Yes, yes.
You have, this one is the light blue. We're going to start off here. There's the light blue. Here is that gorgeous, gorgeous pink. That soft, soft pink. Gosh, I love that dial. And then here's the white. The white is always very popular. 4 value payments, by the way, on this one. And the last time you saw this was all the way back in November. So it's been a while, and again, today is this is the only presentation that you're going to see during this visit, is what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, well, this is our soiree, Katina, and some of the distinguishing characteristics would be the pavilion, like the filigree pavilion on the dial there above the mother of pearl.
Yeah.
We don't really have any other timepiece in our entire collection, our entire gallery
It has a real vintage look to it.
that we do that with. As you pointed out, it does have a 1/4 carat of diamonds as well. The color is very pastel, as you pointed out, the kind of a baby blue, baby pink, and a white.
Yeah.
But Swiss quartz movement in this timepiece, ladies, so you're going to have a very reliable timepiece. You notice that the second hand is actually taken off of the center axis and put into a small second subdial, offset center. So you see the subdial at 6 o'clock. That's actually your second hand for the timepiece.
Perfect. And then, of course, again, look at the swirl pattern, sort of a scalloping that you see on the outside of the bezel.
Absolutely.
That is beautiful. It's all about the attention to detail, and then that cutout detailing that you see right there on the dial itself, and then, of course, that gorgeous mother of pearl.
Right.
Makes it really, really special, and then you can't go wrong with diamonds yet again.
Right. And like I said, the second piece on top of the mother of pearl is done what we call a pavilion. Because it's actually raised up above the dial. It's not sitting on the mother of pearl. There's actually space, and that goes to the depth. It's really nice.
And by the way, the pink and the blue have pink and blue that you're going to see on the dial. So lots of great things with that one. If your wife just had a baby girl or baby boy, pink or blue, that would be a perfect gift. Okay, 5 of the orange remaining, and that's it. So this is going to be the swan song for the orange that we have coming up in just a few minutes. Brand new today, it's that Alpine Challenge automatic timepiece. We have it in the blue, we have it, the black is the next to go after the orange, and then we also have it in the green. So final opportunity for the orange. But then let's look at this piece. This is the only item that we have for you in this entire hour that is on 6 value payments. This is the Stuhrling Original Men's Madman chronograph quartz with the rubber strap. It's available for you in 3 different color choices. And as I mentioned, 6 value payments, and you're saving more than $165. That's huge with that surprise price.
Yeah, this surprise price is quite a surprise, Katina. This is spectacular. This is our Madman Chrono. It's from our Metro collection. Very large timepiece. I can't wait to show you on the wrist.
Silver tone?
Okay.
Gold tone. And last but not least is the rose tone. Now we'll show it on the wrist.
Absolutely. This is a chronograph timepiece, which means it has a stopwatch function, but we're using literally one of the finest chronograph movements in the watch industry. It's a Ronda StarTech 5040D, which means it has a 1/10 of a second indication, so you can time something to the nearest 1/10 of a second. Stop and think about that. And if you want to act, and look at how the pushers are designed.
They're recessed.
They're recessed. They're flush to the case. This is a sandwich-style case. This is one of our finest engineered timepieces. You can see the curvature of the case right there to fit your wrist. When you have a rectangular or square-shaped case, you really have to, know what you're doing so that it's comfortable on the wrist.
Look at this.
We have a beautiful logo plate. There it is on the other side. But also, another thing that's very important I want everybody to understand here is that this is a limited edition. So all the case backs are numbered. You get a beautiful certificate of authenticity, with this. Each execution, the execution that Katina is showing you is the rose tone black. They're calling it just rose tone. In office, we call it rose tone black, and that's how your certificate will read. But each execution has 200 units, and that's it.
Wow. Are they numbered?
Yes, on the case backs. It's a little hard to see because it's black on black, but if we get the lighting just right, it's down at the bottom, Katina, and you'll see the actual numbering on the case back.
Yeah, you can see it down there.
No.
Is it down there?
The way you have the orientation, it would be left and right now. So it would be on one.
So let's do it this way.
Right.
Oh.
Now, there you go. Now the bottom. You got to get the lighting just right at the bottom.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
And then there's the
This is number, what does it say there?
200?
No,
160,
160
out of 200.
They're all numbered. And right now,
Beautiful
we're
shot, guys.
approximately halfway through all these editions here, folks. So the quantities of them, this is the one that I own. Now, this is the sample here for ShopNBC, but
you own that particular
I own
one.
this particular execution, the silver tone and the black, and it's a stunner. Everywhere I wear it, you get nothing but compliments. It's one of the finest we've ever made, and I don't believe we've had it anywhere near this price before.
No, and guess what? You love it too because it's a customer choice. It's the only item on 6 value payments. You are saving, what did I say, $165 off the ShopNBC price, and it's a customer choice. And what does a customer choice mean? That means that you have gone online to shopnbc.com to tell us how much you love it. This is my first collectible watch. All I have to say is what a start. The quality craftsmanship of this timepiece is by far superior to any others I have owned. I cannot wait to buy my next Stuhrling, maybe a skeleton. And this is from Bada Bing from Rochelle, Virginia, and 5 out of 5 stars. So that says a lot about this. Silver tone, the one that Larry's wearing right there, we have fewer than 100 available for you in the silver tone. So great opportunity.
I mean, even on that long shot, you can see this watch from across the street.
I know.
It's
beautiful. I mean, this is one of those watches that wouldn't even talk about even the rubber straps with the vertical lines and all of that specializing. You have the push button deploying clasp in the back that I was showing you earlier. I mean, there's a lot going on with this timepiece. Secure yours. But we have our top value, today's top value, coming up next. Okay, to say that it has been popular, big understatement. We have the 91355, brand new today from Stuhrling Original. This is the men's Alpine Automatic Challenge Mesh Bracelet Watch, and our top value price tag of $89.98. It's on 3 value payments of $29.99, and I have to say we're down to pretty much 3 colors now because I think we only had 3 remaining in the orange. 5 remaining in the orange. So we're not even going to tempt you. So if you want the orange, just go on the phone lines right now and try to secure one of the final 5. But you do have 3 other spectacular colors that will definitely tickle your fancy on this one. You can see the orange right there. That's the first one, just about gone. Let me show you a close-up of the others. Here is the blue with that gorgeous yellow. That's such a great sporty color, that racing blue, or Bruins colors, as you like to say. Here is the green. Again, nice and vivid and rich. And then last but not least, there is the black. We're calling this one black, and it does have that 2-tone detailing with the red. This is going to be the next to go, over 4 1,800 of them have been spoken for since they debuted last evening. Larry, let's go to it.
Well, this is our new Alpine Challenge. We made this specially here for ShopNBC for this Our Top Value presentation. We took one of our all-time best-selling timepieces, our Alpine, which we've sold many thousands of, and we really gave it a complete makeover here. This is the first time we've ever put an Alpine on a mesh bracelet. This is another first that we've actually used the Duracoat on the bezel. Now here, what we're seeing right here is the newly refreshed rotor design. Has a new rotor design, and you see that we did the color coordination on the bottom of the rotor. This is the red rotor. This would be, you would order the black execution, because the black execution has the red accents on the front side. But you can even see the beautiful shot of the balance wheel there.
Okay, orange, 2 remaining. I'm going to start actually by the bracelet, what Larry talked about. Look at the integration of that mesh bracelet into the lugs and into the case of the watch. Seamless. Beautifully done.
It really is. In order to appreciate that integration, you have to see the slope of the lugs. Maybe you can see it over here, guys. But there it is. Thank you, Katina. Perfect.
Your wish is my command.
It's got an extreme slope on these lugs, and I really believe that's a big part of the success of the Alpine is these sloping lugs, because it really does hug the wrist. And the integration is absolutely seamless. It's perfectly matched, and the design on that end link, it looks like it's just part of the case. It's fabulous. And then look at the thickness of this case. It's 18 millimeters all the way from the bottom to the top of that big domed crystal. And there is that Duracoat frosted finish on the bezel. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, the bezel is that ring, that blue ring that's going all the way around the dial there. This is a new thing that we've done for the first time using a Duracoat finish, and we'll be doing more of that in 2010 as we move along through the year. The cigar style hand's another very popular feature on this timepiece.
I love the scalloping that you see on the outside of the case. To see how that's done, that is just magnificent. Of course, you do have the Cristerna crystal. Of course, what makes Alpine so popular, one of the reasons we think is that wonderful propeller style that you see right there on the dial. Look at how stunning this is. And, of course, exhibition back on this one. Let me show you that. And look at that decorative rotor.
Yeah, very much so. The blue and yellow, I mean, all the executions are fantastic. They have these blazing colors. You notice the rubber ring that goes around that big bulbous style crown is matched to the color execution.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, look
well,
at that.
we call it a globular style of crown.
Yeah.
Here's the green with the green rubber ring. But again, one of the new things we did with the new challenge is you'll notice the 12, 4, and 8 are in white on the green propeller style faceplate. We made it two-tone. On all of our thousands of Alpines we've done in the past, it's been tone on tone. So if it had a rose tone propeller, it was just embossed in there and it was tone on tone. You couldn't see it too well, but that was part of the design. Here we've now introduced a second color onto the propeller style faceplate.
Beautiful. Now, as you see right there on the screen, V91443, these are some additional straps. If you want to have a leather strap that goes with it, Larry has made them available for you. And if you notice, they are color coordinated. The orange strap is already sold out, as is going to be momentarily the orange watch. But use value shipping, because if you add on the extra straps, you're not paying any additional shipping as long as they're going to the same address. And there's the green. Look at the decorative order. Look how you have the green on that one, too. And then, of course, the black, which has the red accents, and that's the one I'm double dipping when it comes to the watches. I have them on both wrists.
Yeah, the value here is no joke. And again, don't forget, guys, we're talking about a skeleton mechanical automatic timepiece, no battery in this watch. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Pinch yourself.
And you know, as we pointed out that it does have that curvature in the case, you can see right there, what that allows you to do, and I want to show this particularly to the ladies. I have about a 5.5 inch wrist, and it's because you have that curvature, it allows it to hug a little bit better. So don't be afraid of it if you have a smaller wrist. Yes, it's going to be a bigger watch, but also, see, you do have the notches, the grommets on the back of that mesh bracelet, which is another thing that makes it special. But look at that vivid green.
Yeah, I love green. We're doing so much. We're starting to do more and more green. Every new model we do, we almost have to have a green execution now.
Well, oh, orange is completely sold out now. Yay! Congratulations to those of you who get it. Black is going to be the next to go. Getting more limited is the black. And then look at that green. And like you said, that is popular.
It is. And not just with Stuhrling, but in the watch industry, green is very hot right now. But also, Katina, you'll notice on the dial, what's remaining of the dial, that's that black, circular ring that's going around the dial. You see the minute markers on there, 10, 15, 25. If you come in real tight, guys, you're going to see that we even have a guilloche soleil pattern on what's remaining of the skeletonized dial. That's done with vintage German machines that make those impressions, hydraulic machines, and true artisans operate those machines. I mean, that's something that we really probably didn't even have to do, and it wouldn't have made any difference whatsoever. But that shows you the level of detail and expense that we go to here. So, you know,
Christerna exhibition back
only
too.
on ShopNBC. Only on
phenomenal.
ShopNBC.
I mean, look at the detailing in this piece. I mean, this is the kind of watch that definitely gets your attention. So as you're wearing it, what a phenomenal opportunity that at an hour top value price tag of $89.98. I mean, this is the kind of watch that, you know, you wear it and somebody's going to grab your wrist and be like, what is that? And it really doesn't matter what color, from the front to the back. I mean, this is the kind of thing that we love that Stuhrling does. Truly, who's the person that sees the back of the, you know, the case? Just you as you're putting it on, but you still have all those attention to detail.
Absolutely. And, you know, I want to speak to anybody who's watching the show right now that maybe has never bought a Stuhrling. I'm pretty sure that anybody who's already knows Stuhrling Original and our Stuhrling Nation who has already seen the R-Top value, whether it was last night or this morning, they know the timepiece. They're already on it. They've already ordered theirs. But if you've never owned a Stuhrling, for me, as far as I'm concerned, you know, representing the company coming in here, we do an R-Top value, and we offer these kind of opportunities, not just because we want to keep, you know, providing these timepieces to the existing Stuhrling Nation, but we're looking to bring new people in to try our brand and to try our timepieces. And that's why you see this value. It almost defies logic, but this is a great opportunity to give it a try and see what we're all about.
Absolutely.
And, you know, hopefully you'll be just as impressed as many others have been. So.
And keep in mind, too, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What is it, in about 2 weeks or so? What a wonderful gift this is going to be for Valentine's Day. It does come beautifully boxed from Stuhrling. You know, the packaging comes with that 2-year warranty. So, and we had a caller that called in earlier that was talking about the fact that, you know, he loved Larry's customer service. So that's one of the other things that, you know, you're so proud of. So you get something, I mean, look at his face, how it's going to be, you know, or her, if you want to get it for a lady. You know, when you open it up and look at how fantastic this watch looks.
Yeah, in the watch box that you're going to receive, you're also going to get all your paperwork that's going to be up inside the box. You're going to get a warranty card. You're going to get registration papers. You're going to get instruction manuals. You're going to get a polishing cloth will come in here as well. But it's a very nice presentation box. It makes a nice gift, and it comes with a nice, you know, glossy black sleeve over the box as well. So it makes a very nice presentation as a gift item.
Yeah, over 1,500 of them have already been spoken for, and it's early in the morning here at ShopNBC. Do not, the orange is already sold out. Do not miss out on the opportunity. If it's the green that's your choice, grab it now. If it's the blue that's your choice, grab it now. The black, by the way, that you see right there on the screen, that is next in line to sell out. And of course, with that red, it makes it very romantic also, and the most neutral. Do not hang up until you get your color choice. 3 value payments of $29.99. Just an incredible hour top value. Today's top value, brand new today from Stuhrling Original. Larry's going to be back at noon Eastern time with Lynn Shocker. Lynn, that's Lynn. Just teasing. Love you, Larry.
All right.
Thanks so much. That was fun.
That was great.
As always.
Great. Absolutely.
So Larry's going to be back later on.
Thank you,
Don't
everybody.
hang up. And you can go online to shopnbc.com. And as we said before, see everything in the entire Stuhrling Original collection. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back with a full hour of Electronic Connection. And it includes my host pick from Toshiba and a brand new Apex TV coming up next.